for Flo.
Oh, okay, got it.
I didn't see you laughing so hard, I actually almost fell out of my chair. Continue on to the ridiculous buildings that even WWE can't sell out lately. Continue. Yes, Sal, continue.
And football's returning to St. Louis at the Dome at America's Center, okay, holding 66,965.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
America Center, yeah.
America Center, yes.
America's, yeah.
And if they can't fill the 66,000...
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, a 66,000...
Okay. So the next one, Seattle, who is booming with teams now with the announcement of their new NHL team.
Yes.
They're getting an XFL team at CenturyLink Field, which will hold 72,000.
That's ridiculous for an XFL team. Thanks for reminding me. We'll talk about Seattle in a second. Continue on.
Tampa Bay is getting a team at the Raymond James Stadium, wherever that is.
Isn't that where the Bucks play?
60-90.
Yeah, that's where the Bucks play. So, I think the Bucks have a hard time selling that place out. So, and finally,
and the dinkiest of the dinky stadiums, coming in at 20,000 seats in Washington D.C. at the Audi Field.
What the fuck is the Audi Field? I've never heard of that one either.
Is that like where the Redskins? Is that where the Redskins practice? I mean,
that makes sense. I guess that makes sense.
That's where all the players come to park their Audis.
Oh shit! Sorry, I just got breaking news from Pro Wrestling Now. I'll get there. I'll read this in a second after we get to the next thing. So Sal said it. I forgot to write it here. I'm not quite sure why I forgot, but because it doesn't happen for another 2 years. But the NHL is going to Seattle. Sal, take it.
Yeah, so the announcement was made, what was that? Was it Tuesday or Wednesday that they made the announcement?
Tuesday, I want to say.
Yeah, I want to say Tuesday. I mean, we've all been speculating for years that the team was coming to Seattle. I mean, it was pretty much between Seattle and Quebec, but, I mean, we all kind of knew that it was going to be Seattle. Obviously, no team name, no logo, no nothing. I mean, the arena hasn't even been started yet. They got a lot of season ticket holders already, just like what happened in Vegas. Seems very, very promising. It's a great one. They have a team in the Canadian League, so, I mean, and I heard that they get some pretty good attendance there for that team. So it's exciting. They're going to start not next season, but the season after, because they want to give themselves enough time to make sure that the arena is built and that everything is set in place. And from what I read, the expansion draft is going to be the same exact rules as Las Vegas, Vegas, not Las Vegas. And the Golden Knights are out to participate, so it's still going to be between the 30 teams.
Wow, that's interesting. So Vegas doesn't have to be in this
I have a suggestion for Seattle's team.
Go ahead.
The Seattle.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of odd, but I mean, I guess that they're still new.
Starbucks.
Hang on a second. You know, a little weird issue here. I think you stepped on Dad's joke.
That's okay. The Seattle Baristas, sponsored by Starbucks. And Starbucks will build a whole stadium around it.
Don't tempt them. They probably would think of that.
Okay.
So, literally, my phone buzzed, and I've been ignoring my phone, but wow, this one broke. We have another wrestling death that just broke. Like, as we're sitting here talking, we have another wrestling death. Larry Henning passed away at the age of 82.
Larry the X Henning?
Yes. He passed away at the age of 82. This just broke. There's no other information.
Yeah.
Obviously, the father of Kurt Henning and Kurt's Axel, Joe Henning.
Yeah.
I guess this is unexpected, but
wow.
Go ahead, Dad, take it. Larry X Henning.
God, wow. I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Larry the X Henning, mostly in the Midwest area, Vern Gagne's organization, territory. Stuck with Vern for a lot of years. was first coming as a heel, and towards the later part of his career was a babyface. His big move was the Axe, which was this swinging clothesline that basically just caught you right on the top of the forehead and snapped your neck back. Big burly man. I mean, you looked at him, and at first you could think, yeah, he could be some lumberjack up north in the Yukon. And that's the way he looked. But he was, as big as he was also very, very friendly with the fans and very soft-spoken. And I believe there was one match where he and Kurt got to tag together, which was very towards the end of Larry's career. But wow, 82.
Yeah, Sal, any thoughts on Larry the Axe Henning? I didn't expect this one.
Yeah, this is news to me. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
It just broke. Like, .net just posted it up as we're sitting here doing the show. Like, I just read this.
Oh, wow, really? Okay.
Yeah. This is totally breaking news.
Yeah,
like,
wow.
Wow. That would completely surprise me. So, well, because my next WWE story was going to be negative news. I didn't expect that to break. WWE, they're having some problems in general.
You think.
Well, no, not just the TV product.
Okay.
But the terrible TV product is affecting the ratings now. Because they used to be able to be like, okay, we'll have a bad show, but people are still watching the show.
Uh-huh.
Well, this week, despite a very good SmackDown, but another awful, awful Raw, the WWE has officially hit all-time lows in the ratings. All-time lows. And that says a lot. Raw hit a 1.61 rating with 2.286 million viewers. It is the lowest non-holiday Raw in the history of the show.
So would I be so far-fetched to say that the CW is kicking their ass?
Well, it's on Mondays. They don't face the CW on Mondays, really. They most face football. It's more Monday Night Football than anything else.
Oh, there you go.
But that's number one. Number two, which might also be more at the CW than even Arrow, Flash is so popular. But SmackDown got under 2 million viewers for the first time ever.
Ouch.
Like, this is insane. I've never seen this before. No one, even the guys that do this for a living, have never seen this before.
So,
wow.
Out of 3 programs, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
NXT did the count in ratings.
Okay.
NXT did the count in the ratings.
That was my next question.
That's network. That's never WWE Network. That doesn't count.
All right.
That doesn't count. So, but Raw and SmackDown's been good, but Raw has been shitty as hell. I blame Baron Corbin, but Sal, your thoughts on the ratings?
I mean, look at what they're producing. I mean, it's crap. It is absolute crap. It's boring. It's like, you have to grit your teeth to get through 3 hours. Even if they knock it down to 2 hours again, I don't still think that would help. A change needs to be made. I tweeted the other day and I said I think it's time for Triple H to start taking over Raw. It's getting ridiculous. These storylines are bland. They're boring. These characters are just like, I don't know. It's just, I think the storytelling needs to be a little better. And to be completely honest with you, I think that a lot of these storylines also get rushed because, they have to produce a pay-per-view every 4 weeks. There's not a lot of storytelling in between, in 4 episodes. You know what I mean? Like, I think if they cut down, which will never happen, but if they cut down slightly on the pay-per-view schedule, I think it would ultimately help them in the end because you need to build these storylines, and especially with this brand split, it's not like you could say, well, they have 2 episodes a week. They don't do that now.
Here's what I'm looking at. This Baron Corbin situation, I think to me, it's run way past its course.
Agreed.
There's something else that's got to be
done
agree. to shake things up. And if that means like Stephanie coming out and basically doing like her father did right in front of Baron saying, "You're fired."
The problem is we have to get the TLC. Due to stipulations they've already put into place in the storyline, we have to get the TLC.
So then,
it's just getting the TLC has been hard enough to do. So
then that would kind of be, and I want to say assume, but I'll say assume anyways, that Baron Corbin will probably lose in the match.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about that next week, obviously, next week's show. But it is Baron Corbin versus Braun Strowman, and Braun Strowman is ready to get back, obviously.
Yeah.
Hopefully they have replacement if something happens and he can't get back.
Well,
But,
question I put out.
Go ahead.
What do you do with the whole creative team? Do you like re-scrap them or do you send people from SmackDown over to help them, or
I
what?
don't know what to do here. Bring up some people from NXT. I honestly don't know what to do. Sal, what do you think?
I mean, my thing is you got to start with the top, and Triple H has done amazing things for 205, and he's done amazing things for NXT. I think it's time to give him a shot at the show, the flagship show. See what he can do. Clearly, he's got a good track record. You've got to give him a chance because it's getting to the point now where, now I consider myself a casual fan. I'm not a diehard. I'm not, eat, live, breathe, shit, shave me. But, I can imagine the frustration in, the people that are constantly, really into it and like writing about it and is WWE and their life is WWE. They got to be frustrated as well. And, if guess what? Sponsorships are going to go away. Companies are not going to want to put their commercials on their show. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to start losing a lot of things. So they have to start thinking of the company aspect as well, where if they don't improve the product, the company's going to suffer.
And also throw this out there, remember, Fox, next year, they're not going to want these ratings.
Oh.
They're going to want the ratings higher than this.
No.
Without a doubt.
Ridiculous. What's going to happen if the ratings fail this next year? I mean, it's what you're going to say. What we're starting the show in October. How crazy, by the way, is it that I could say October they're going to be on Fox? That's a crazy sentence. But in October they start on Fox. They can't use the "we're going head to head with football" excuse anymore.
Less than a year.
Can't do it.
Here's the thing I look at is I would think that nobody's safe on Raw. Period.
No, agreed.
And let's take, for instance, the Lashley gimmick and Lilo Rush.
See, I don't mind Leo Rush. I just don't want to feel like his ass every week.
I'm sick of this gimmick, the shtick, whatever. Let's repackage it. Let's do something else with it. Let's find something more that's going to hold your attention.
Why is Lashley not playing the MMA gimmick he did in TNA? Because that was working.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was, and even if you want to have a hype guy, fine. I agree with him. He's not the best on the microphone. Have a hype guy. That's a great idea. But be the same gimmick you were in TNA. It was amazing.
Or throw this out there. Have Lashley challenge Brock Lesnar.
Okay, that's not going to happen right now, but I know
what I'm saying, throw it out there for something and build a storyline on it.
No one can believe that right now.
But
Paul Cruz is going to face off against Seth Rollins. It's not going to happen.
But I mean, you have to come up with something that is better than what you've got now, because what you got now is not working.
And I will also say this: if Ronda Rousey in your main event can't kill viewers, you have a problem. Because as much as advertising is all over the television, if one of your biggest stars, your crossover star, wrestling on a show with 2 hours of advertising and 3 days on social media does not help the ratings, there's a problem.
Repackage her character.
No. There's nothing wrong with Ronda.
Okay.
Ronda's doing great.
Right.
It's not her fault, but it's WWE's fault. Like, why? How could you not get ratings for your top women on the show wrestling when you hear the wrestle every week?
Here's the thing that I figured that was going to come to a car wreck is when you put Alexa Bliss over the whole women's division.
What happened was she got concussion, she got wrestle.
No, I understand that. But to expand on this thing of one female that's in charge of the women's division, who basically, when the time comes back, would also be wrestling the same women's division. That's conflict right there.
True.
So I mean,
and are they turning her face? I don't know. Like, I'm confused by the whole thing.
I think you're going to have to you're going to have to basically sit down with creative and everybody in there and basically say, we're going to need to have a come to Jesus meeting. Here's what's happening. We don't want it to continue.